Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com. TGIF, baby, it's Friday, and hey, we got sports today. Scott, you excited? We got sports
Yeah, I
today.
know that we are calling a bit of an audible. We're probably going to break that down in a minute or two. But yeah, you got some sports going on. Not as many as I would have hoped, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. And assuming there are not any more delays, fingers crossed, we should be having a relatively full sports card tomorrow onward. So hopefully that actually happens.
He said optimistically. Yes,
By the
absolutely.
way, I
Absolutely.
got a fun little riddle trivia question for you. Do you know what sport we have tomorrow?
What sport we have tomorrow?
Yes. It's a new
Besides,
sport. It's a new
besides the
sport.
obvious, besides baseball and basketball?
Yes, it's a new sport.
A new sport tomorrow. It's not football. It is college football, Scott.
That is correct. We have FCS college football, so mark your calendars.
Yeah, I've got. In fact, I am a member of the college football nation, college football news, rather, college football panel, and I have my still have to do my picks for tomorrow's game. So I'm excited about that.
I'm thrilled to hear your insight on Austin P versus Central Arkansas. So.
Yeah, that's exactly. Well, you know what? I'm a big Central Arkansas fan. They usually have a big arm quarterback, so I love me some Red Wolves.
No, the truth is, I actually agree with you. I'm leaning on Arkansas as well. I know there's been money. I know there's been movement on the total. Total's gone up like roughly 4.5 points, 5 points. But yeah, definitely, if you're looking for some physical contact, then you are going to be having.
And I know I am.
Yeah, you're going to have some FCS, stuff going on. I'm not sure if it's going to be on ESPN or if it's going to be on some random channel in the Boondocks, but you might be able to find it.
It's liable to be on ABC prime time.
Could be. I know that ESPN is going to be airing a ton of college football games, mostly from a conference or two, because they're just looking for any type of programming whatsoever. Most of it's going to start next week. I know that you have like Memphis, Arkansas State. You have Navy versus BYU. Nothing a high profile in terms of teams, but at least a step in the right direction.
I just saw it, and I hadn't seen this. My alma mater, Mizzou, opens it at Alabama. So
no, at least you're not opening up at Clemson. So it could be.
Well, geez, they're only 14.5-point dogs, Scott. I think
only that actually does sound pretty small. It's a sign. Missouri's only 14.5 because they got rid of Kelly Bryant.
Oh God, I hated that.
He's not there anymore, right?
What's that?
He's not there anymore, right? He was a senior, and then he
yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought. I wanted to make sure what I said actually made sense.
Yeah, he was a grad transfer, so
it wasn't any good. So
no, he wasn't. No, and then everybody was excited about that. I wasn't excited about it to start with.
I watched him at Clemson. I'm just like, I think this guy's okay, but he can't really throw, and it's kind of an important factor of the job.
It is at Mizzou.
Yeah.
All right, hey, let's talk about a little baseball here, huh?
Sounds good. I don't really know who's going to be pitching in half of these games, but we're going to make it work.
Well, it's I'm glad everybody's back. I'm hoping it made a difference, Scott. It looks like this time maybe people are starting to pay attention, and I kind of liken it to like the where communism basically fell in 1990, where you started with a revolt on the docks in Poland with Lech Wałęsa leading the charge there, and all of a sudden the wall fell, and all of a sudden the USSR broke up, and all of a sudden it's over. So I'm hoping that maybe something similar can happen with the race situation, where some realizations will kick in, and people will face some uncomfortable truths. And, maybe this time will make a difference. That's my fervent hope. So with that being said, I'm glad sports are back. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's start with the first game, Scott. This one's not going to be up. This is not going to be actionable by the time this gets posted.
We're going with Dobnik, so
I'm going to talk about it anyway, just so I can say Randy Dobnik.
Yeah, you know where we're going. It's fine. I believe we discussed the exact matchup roughly a day or two ago, and believe it or not, we still like Randy Dobnik, and we still do not like Matt Boyd. So
no, I love this game. I think, Scott, this is a bargain basement price on this. We're getting the Minnesota Twins has actually gone up a penny since we came on the air. Minus 142 for the Minnesota Twins and Randy Dobnik.
That's pretty good.
I think that's a bargain. I think it was a premium. It was a premium play that we made, and of course that game got canceled. So
Once again, though, important note on that, just to sidebar real quick. Check out your actual sports books to find out if games get postponed, if your bet carries over, or if it just gets voided. Most books tend to void it, which means you might have to bet it again.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. So if you ended up betting on any of my plays of the day the last couple of days with like Lakers first half or Islanders money line, then congratulations, your bet got canceled and you would have to do it again if you wanted the action. While other books, not many prominent ones, but if you're doing something offshore, something potentially sketchy, then who knows what rules your own bookie has. So just keep that in mind.
Wait, what are you saying about our audience, Scott? Are you saying there are some sketchy people out there that listen to our show?
What I'm saying is that there's
engage in sketchy behavior? What
I'm saying is that there are some sports that make it relatively inconvenient when it comes to placing legitimate sports bets. So some people might settle for some less than trustworthy options. And if you're doing that, just keep in mind your own bookie can make up some rules here and there. So try to see if your actual bets have been canceled or if they're still pending, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think PPH is something you might take a look at there if you're doing a PPH site or something like that. There could be some shenanigans afoot. So
I'm just saying, if you're delving into one of those, or if you don't know if your own individual legitimate book what the rules are, it's a pretty good time to find out just for future reference.
Yeah, I think, and that's a great tip.
That's what I did. I ended up actually reaching out to Fox Bet on Twitter because they don't have a phone number to reach. So I actually reached out to them on Twitter and asked them, are any games that got postponed going to be voided? And they told me yes. So I'm like, all right, sweet. But it's important to keep that in mind when you bet games in the future, especially baseball, which is known for having the classic rain delay situations, etc.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of I think one of my favorite shenanigans with baseball is if you're betting the over and you've already reached your total and it gets rained out.
It doesn't go the distance, Good times.
Yeah, good times indeed.
Mm.
But we're all over Dobnik there. I think that's probably my favorite play on the board. It's a shame that it goes that early, but anyway, that's the first game of a doubleheader. I wouldn't be surprised to see Dobnik go all 7. I really wouldn't. And then we've got the 405 game with the Mets and the Yankees. This one,
do you have anybody listed for the Mets or no?
Yeah, I've got Michael Wacha for the Mets there, and
I'm on a torn here because, as you know, I'm a Yankees fan.
I do.
As you also know, the Yankees have a losing record when they don't play the Red Sox, so this team has not been good. Torres is injured, LeMahieu's injured, Judge is injured again. Shout out to Judge. He came back for about 4 innings, and now you're back on the IL. Stan's still injured. I know that the pitching staff's also messed up because Britton's injured. I know Canley's out for the year. I'm not a Paxton guy, but he's also on the IL. The entire team basically just got injured in the span of about 2 weeks. I know that the Mets have also struggled a little bit lately. I know that they beat the Marlins in their last game, but can the Yankees really be minus 130-something favorites here? I don't know. Then again, I'm really not a Michael Wacha guy. So
he's been pretty bad the last 2 starts.
Yankees can't hit though, so it's really a tough spot. But I definitely think that Montgomery's a better starting pitcher than Wacha.
Can't hit, Scott, or won't hit?
Sorry. It depends on their mood. Either or, it's not good.
Yeah, Walker's got a 9 ERA. He's given up 9 earned in 9 innings his last 2 starts. He was good.
Like Steven Matz territory.
Yeah, he was good his first time out. Went 5, gave up 1 earned, but he's been a shadow of his former self since then.
I think I'm leaning Yankees, but at the end of the day, I think you can agree that the Yankees have been pretty decent money burners when it comes to when they're not playing the Red Sox.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you the Yankees have not been a profitable team to bet on unless they're playing.
They might be because they've killed the Red Sox, but other than that, though, they have a losing record against other teams.
Yeah, but you're paying such a horrible price. I promise you they're not.
No, I know, but when you win, what I forgot what they are. They're 7-0 against the Red Sox, 8-0 against the Red Sox. Does that up? So you're probably right, but I don't know. I think for this spot, though, since Wacha has been so bad, I probably would lean to the Yankees, but I'm really not happy about it.
Any interest in the total there? You play the total with 2 sketchy pitchers?
Truth is no. I don't think Montgomery's that sketchy. I think that Montgomery is actually talented. I think that he had a couple of I'd say, underwhelming starts, mostly Philly. Philly's start that he had in the beginning part of the year definitely blew up his ERA. But I actually like Montgomery. I actually don't think he's that bad of a pitcher. So I think Waka is significantly worse. That's why I'm scared of the over, because the Mets offense, when you get shut out in a doubleheader against the Marlins in a day, I'm not really sold on your offense. And all of the Yankees' premium bats are injured. So I wouldn't really want to lean to an over here. So I'll lean to the Yankees, but I'm not thrilled.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Yeah, get the Yankees.
But then again, I've probably watched Montgomery pitch a lot more than you have. So I actually like him. I think Montgomery's not that bad.
Well, he's what passes for a decent pitcher these days.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
4.65 ERA, but a 108 WHIP. So
yeah, he had the one massive blow up start against Philly where he had an ERA of like 9 or so. So overall, his ERA might be sub 4 if with that outlier being thrown out. Give or take. So yeah, I think he's fine.
All right. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that game.
I wouldn't either. But Yankees at minus 130, I think is okay considering the fact that Waka has been awful. But it's once again assuming that Waka is going to pitch, so you should probably use the listed pitcher option if your book has it.
Braves Phillies here. Zach Wheeler going against Robbie Erlin.
Why do I feel like these pitchers have faced off against each other like 4 times already this season?
Yeah, it seems like the Braves and Phillies play about every weekend. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, here's a surprising development.
It's a full game.
Robbie Erlin has been very good.
I thought the surprising development was it's actually a full game and not a doubleheader.
It's going to be a 9-inning game. Yeah,
there's 9 innings. Okay, cool. Yeah, Erlin's been okay. I know that he's not a big distance guy though, which kind of concerns me because
he's only gone 4 each time.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a guy who's going to eat up a lot. So if you want some value potentially, maybe Braves first 5 if you have faith in Erlin, but that involves you fading Wheeler, and that's just not a move I'd recommend. Plus the Braves have Acuna back, which should help. I know he had a bomb against the Yankees the other day, but if I was really going to lean anywhere, I'd probably lean Phillies first 5 just because of the fact that Wheeler is so good that I can't really fade him.
I like first 5 under 5, Scott.
I like that too. I was going to say I like Phillies and first 5 under.
Yeah,
if you want full game, I'll lean Braves because I think that there is some value fading the Phillies bullpen late.
Yep.
But for first 5,
it's
very tough to fade Wheeler. That's very tough to do.
Yeah, like I said,
so good.
Robbie Erlin's gone 4 innings each start and given up 0 runs and 2 runs. So
he's been good. It's just a matter of Wheeler has looked like a potential ace, and I wouldn't really want to go against him when Erlin, even though he is definitely, I'd say, surprising based on how well he's performed this season. I think you'll agree you'd much rather have Wheeler in the first 5 than Erlin.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. So
he's got a better body of work. Again, Robbie Erlin, certainly hasn't been the pitcher that he is this year.
I'll still lean to Braves full game though, just because of the fact that the Phillies have struggled in their bullpen.
I think that's good value there in the Braves. You can pick up the Braves at plus 131. So
they finally got some people that are healthy again. You got Acuna back, who's also a huge bat. They still have some injuries they're dealing with, but definitely not as bad as it was 2 weeks ago.
Did they get Darno back yet?
I don't believe so.
I haven't seen a Braves.
That's what I'm saying. They're not fully back, but Acuna, of course, is borderline NL MVP candidate. So that's a big addition.
I've got a pretty good rule of thumb, Scott. Anytime you give me positive value on the first place team against the last place team or the whatever the fourth place team.
That's a pretty good place to go.
I'm going to play that plus 131. Righty. Then we've got after that it's.
We're going to be skipping a decent amount of games that don't actually have lines or pitchers, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, the next game on the card is Minnesota at Detroit. We get to see Tariq Skubal, Scott. It's Skubal again. Unfortunately,
I don't see any lines though.
I was gonna say we don't get to make a bet on this because Minnesota hasn't decided who their pitcher is going to be. So
yeah, and I also don't see any lines on Baltimore, Toronto. So
you're not gonna. Oh, that is a shame because that's a.
It's Cobb versus Ryu, decent pitching matchup.
Yeah, that's a very bettable. Who do you have?
I see Cobb and Ryu.
No, that's why we don't have any lines, Scott, because I've got John Means.
Fair enough. Okay. I also don't see any lines in the Tampa game against Miami.
Hey, having fun yet, everybody?
Yeah, so I guess we're just moving to the Cubs and Reds.
Thanks for tuning in today on Today and Not Sports Betting.
Yeah, I guess we're going Cubs and Reds next.
Yeah, well, next I'm going chronologically.
No, I know. So am I. I'm saying that we covered the Phillies game. I don't see lines in between
because you got no pitchers for either team in the second New York game. So we've got Kyle Hendricks and Tyler Mahle squaring off for the Cubs and the Reds.
I have no idea what to think of Mahle because I remember that his record last year was terrible, but his ERA was actually mediocre. And this year is I'd say for Mahle.
Well, and they've been using him. They've been using him out of the bullpen.
That's what I'm saying. They kind of moved him around a lot, so I don't really know what to expect from him.
Yeah, I don't. Kyle Hendricks is, he's having a Kyle Hendricks kind of year.
He's either been really good or really bad. Hendricks.
He's a little more good than bad. 3.55.
Yeah, mostly good, but he's had a couple of blow up starts.
I want to say that he did poorly against. No, he did not. I thought he did pitch poorly against the Royals, but
I just remember he had like one or two starts that were really bad.
He had one start, Scott. He had one really bad start against Cincinnati and Sonny Gray.
Had to play Cincinnati again, so that's why it's kind of a tricky spot.
Gave up six earned over 4 1/3. Again, we're not. You're getting the Cubs at a good price there, minus 125. I guess it's just a matter of.
I think I'm leaning Cincinnati.
Are you really?
I think I am. Truth is, the Cubs. There are a couple trap lines there against Detroit. I didn't think they looked that good. Cubs have really. They lost 2 out of 3 there, but in general, after such a hot start to start the season, they really just fell back down to earth. And I know that the Reds haven't played that well this entire season, as they were one of the public darlings before the season, along with the White Sox, and the White Sox have lived up to expectations, and the Reds have not. But I don't know. It's something about the Cubs right now just seems completely off, and I am concerned that Hendricks got shelled by Cincinnati earlier this season. So I'm going to lean to the Reds as an underdog.
I got to tell you, I had a heartbreaking situation yesterday. I tried to get down on. I like the Cubs versus. I like the Reds versus Milwaukee yesterday, fading.
They swept, I believe.
Yeah, they did, fading our Korean pal.
Lindblom.
Yeah, and they were plus 130 against Lindblom, and I saw it like literally seconds too late and got shut out. And of course, they win that game 6-0. So
of course,
I'm
trying to remember all the other stuff. I know that the awful beat that we had was that we were leading to your boy Kikuchi in the morning game.
The Cooch rolled.
Yeah, but did you see the ending of that game?
They ended up getting beat, right?
They were. I forgot they were up like. What the hell were they up? They were up like 4 runs going into the bottom of the last inning. They gave up 7 runs.
Yeah, that was that game where they gave up the 4 run. Or they gave up the 3-run homer to win it.
Yeah, they gave up a walk-off 3-runner to Myers.
The Myers, yeah, against San Diego.
And then they started the second leg of the doubleheader, scoring 6 runs in the first inning. And I'm like, I guess, okay.
I did see that. I was just gonna text you the Cooch. And
how about my Pirates, by the way? Randomly took them for no reason against the Cardinals, and they won.
It swept the Cardinals.
Yeah, I know. I just remember you were like, "Who are you going with in the game?" I'm like, "Well, this guy stinks, but screw it, give me the Pirates." And you're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, just give me the Pirates. I don't care." And it's just like, they actually won. All right, cool.
All right, so you like the Reds there? I'm
not really thrilled about it, but I really don't like the current form the Cubs are in, and Hendricks has had pretty underwhelming results against the Reds earlier this season. So I'm going to lean to Cincinnati.
Okay, I'm
not thrilled, but I'll lean to Cincinnati.
I'm going to take the Cubs. I'll lean Cubs.
I know losing 2 out of 3 to Detroit in pretty blowout fashion is not exactly a good look for me.
Not a great thing. And I've got Tampa Bay, Miami.
I didn't see a line for that.
I've got no line there. I do have pitchers listed. I've got
I see Yarbrough.
I got Yarbrough and Sanchez. Is that what you have as well?
I don't have Sanchez, so I'm just gonna have to skip it because I don't know.
There's your problem. Yep, we got no lines there. So then that takes us to the Nationals and the Boston Red Sox. Max Scherzer goes against Chris Mazza, but this is a nice line. Let me see here.
I actually wrote an article about this for Winners and Whiners, so you can check that out if you want to.
You know what? You're not getting clipped as bad as I thought. Minus 158, plus 146.
It's really not that bad. If I was really going to lean anywhere, I'd lean Nationals first 5 on the run line. I take the minus a half. I know that Mazza is how do I put this? Bad. And Scherzer is still one of the best pitchers in the league. So I know, and plus the Red Sox, if you look at their numbers at Fenway, terrible.
Now,
Nationals might be very underwhelming in terms of record. Low key 5-4 on the road. They've actually been serviceable away from home. And the Red Sox are terrible at home. They're 4-10 at home.
You know what? I've got a different pitcher listed.
Who do you have? You have Martin Perez?
I have Martin Perez for the Red Sox, yeah.
I see conflicting information, so you can factor that in. I think with Perez on the mound, I'm contemplating if I would like first 5 under, because Perez has actually been better than I thought he would be with the Red Sox.
Well, he's certainly better than Mazza.
Yeah, Mazza has a double-digit ERA, or a quad-digit ERA, I guess.
No, double-digit is fine.
Yeah, I guess, however you want to put it. Technically 4 digits.
Don't sell him that short.
I'm just saying, technically, 10 plus is 4 digits. That's why I said it. But yeah,
I don't. And then on the MLB site, which is usually pretty good, they've got TBD for the Red Sox.
It's all over the place because you have so many games that are canceled, and you have double headers coming up, and a lot of other stuff. So teams have shuffled around the entire rotation. It's absolutely chaos from a betting perspective.
So if you want to back.
I'm leaning Scherzer regardless.
Max Scherzer at -158 versus a generic Boston Red Sox pitcher, and just click action. Ain't a bad time to do it. I don't mind that.
That's the beauty of listed pitchers. You can have Scherzer and a listed pitcher for Boston, and then just cut your losses from there.
Also true. Yeah, you can split.
That's
it
what
up.
I would do. You want Scherzer. I mean,
yeah.
I don't need to tell you that you want Scherzer. Of course, you obviously want Scherzer.
I think you'd be a wealthy boy if you would bet Max Scherzer at -158, just blind every start. I think you'd be okay.
Yeah, I think that would work out typically.
All right. So what do we got next on the agenda here? We got a little
Dodgers, but
Dodgers Rangers. Dustin May against Mike Minor.
I know the Dodgers worked out well for us yesterday. I know, at least for me. I know I leaned to the Dodgers team total over in the first game, and I leaned to Kershaw on the run line. And I'm pretty sure they both worked out, right?
Yep, I believe they did. For this one, yeah, you're paying Dodgers price. You're paying Dodgers prices again. Those LA prices. You're -208.
Fun fact, by the way, the Giants officially joined the Mets in the doubleheader shutout group. So congratulations. Got outscored 9-0 yesterday.
Not terribly surprising, though,
Well, considering who was pitching. I know Bueller didn't go. Which was
I know. Bueller's on the shelf now.
Yeah, Bueller's on the shelf. Kershaw was magnificent.
Yeah.
There's really no other way to put it. He was amazing, and he actually became the winningest left-handed pitcher ever, I think.
I don't believe that's correct.
For the Dodgers, at least. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's at the franchise record for most.
That could be correct because Sandy Koufax had such a short career.
Yeah. So, but I'm pretty sure for the Dodgers, he became the most winningest lefty of all time. So,
do you know who he replaced?
No clue.
Okay. I don't know either.
I would have guessed Koufax, but he wasn't around long enough, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think Koufax lasted 7-8 years. Not long, man.
Could be. I don't know. He had a couple injuries in there, and then he hung it up.
Yeah.
I know Dustin May's been really good. I know Mike Minor has been
not good.
A huge regression guy this season.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to keep leaning to the Dodgers because Texas stinks. I think Texas lost 9 of 10. They've been terrible.
How about a little run line here at -145? Give them 60.
The truth is, I think I just take Dodgers team total. I know that's going from 9.5 to 9. I know that the Rangers ballpark has been an under machine.
Yeah.
But Minor's just been so bad, and the Dodgers actually do pretty well against left-handed.
I got a cop to a mea culpa here a couple weeks ago, Scott. I did a pick about the Rangers. I was in a day game. I said, it's going to be hot down there. The balls are going to be flying, and of course.
It was like 2-0 or something?
What's that?
What was it, like 2-0 or something?
Well, it's an indoor stadium.
Yeah.
They've got a retractable roof.
Well, you'll live and you'll learn.
I turned that game on. It sounds like it's in Tampa Bay. You know that sound of an indoor game. I'm like,
I've watched a couple of Ranger games for a couple innings, and they never score, like ever. It's really painful to watch them play offensively, but I'll lean to the Dodgers team total over. It should be around 4.5. It would be 4.5, of course.
It should be, but it's not. It's 5.5.
Well, that's a shame. That's 5.5, 3.5 divide.
Yeah.
Not great.
I want no part of that. Give me Dodgers run line -145.
I'll look at first 5 team total if that's available, but that's probably around 3.5.
Good luck. Good luck finding that.
Yeah, you probably won't. But
you got to have a pretty special book.
Yep.
Tell your guy on the corner to take that bet.
Yeah.
Although
basically, I would just fade Mike Minor, but that's just my takeaway.
That's yeah. Well, you're gonna lay the 208 on that.
I'm not happy about it. I know that 70 cents is not bad for a run line, so I guess out of all the limited options that we have, I'm leaning Dodgers run line.
There you go.
But I'm not exactly happy.
I knew you'd go. Which one are you?
Both.
It's an old joke. All right, Dodgers run line -145. Okay, book it. Next up, hey, it's my Kansas City Royals. Danny Duffy going against Reynaldo Lopez. I wish I could run.
I don't think I've ever seen Duffy with an ERA below 4 in the last 3 years. But he's at 3.99. He's on the border.
How about that Duffy? Huh?
On the border. Yeah, I know the White Sox have done really well against left-handed pitching this season. So
he's not on the border.
Lopez.
He's not on. He's on the border of not.
He's on the border of going to the KBO.
He has pitched 4 innings so far this season, Scott. He's given up 6 earned runs. That's not good.
Not good.
I'm no math major. I'm pretty sure that's 13.5 as far as an ERA goes.
Yeah, it's not good. I wrote an article about this for Winners and Whiners as well.
Wait, what do we got for prices here? Oh,
I see the White Sox roughly around -145, give or take.
Yeah, -143 plus 132. 10 is your total. I don't like anything about that.
I leaned over just because I think Lopez stinks and the White Sox lineup's pretty good. But I think there actually might be some value if you wanted to get really bold here with the Royals first 5 money line. If you really just wanted to fade Lopez, I think you might have an option there. Maybe Royals team total over. You can look at that also.
First five run line money line for the Royals is plus 115. Yeah, there could be some value there. Over 5.5. I was really hoping we could sneak out 5 there, but we can't.
Royals team total could also potentially be worth a swing. Should be around 4.5.
Royals team total is going to be 4.5. Yeah, that's
What's the juice on that?
No, -110. No,
yeah, it's not bad, especially with Lopez and the White Sox. I know the White Sox have been good. I don't think their bullpen's still any good. It's fine. It gets the job done. It's not amazing.
It's juiced to the under, believe it or not. You're paying -120 on the.
I don't think that's that bad. I think the Royals have a shot to score 5 against Lopez at least. So I think that has some value to it, and you're guaranteed 9 at bats.
Yeah, you're getting 9 at bats with the Royals. The White Sox bullpen's been all right.
It's been fine, but it's not like an amazing bullpen that jumps off the page.
No, they've been a lot worse at home, man. They're 3.66 overall, 4.71 at home. So they're a run higher at home than they are on the road.
Yeah, which makes it sense why it's at 10. But I'd lean over, and I'd lean Royals team total over.
I'll just take the.
I had a hard time taking the Royals on the money line in the full game because Chicago's just been so good.
Yeah, and the Royals.
They've been so good.
The Royals bullpen is it's inconsistent. I thought it was going to be really bad coming into this season. They
got one guy who you can fully trust every time he's in the game, and that's Stalmont or Staymont or whatever.
No, he got blown up the other night. He
got blown up the other night, but overall he tends to be trustworthy.
I like Rosenthal.
Rosenthal's been decent for you guys.
The reclamation project there, that's been unbelievable.
Yeah,
he just ran out of gas because he tried to do a 5-inning save, the other five out save.
All I know is that Stalmont, any guy with a man bun who could throw 100 and then drop a curveball in for about 82. I'll take him on my team.
Love that kid. He's had surgery. He's had TJ, and
I guess he came back better than ever. He looks like a serious piece in that bullpen.
That the man bun with the hat. I'm not behind that. You got that hair, let it flow. That's what I'm saying.
He'll be a closer in probably a year or two.
By the way, if Randy Dobnik wins today, I'm gonna do the Fu Manchu till Randy Dobnik loses.
That's honestly a fair move, and I wouldn't even criticize it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, so I'm gonna just take this flyer on the Royals plus 132. Give me the plus money there with the upset.
Do you prefer the full game or do you prefer the first 5?
I'll take the full game.
Okay.
I'll take a little more value. I'll take that 17 cents.
Fair enough. I know the Royals are like 6-12 on the road, so that's why I didn't want to take them.
Oh, a great road team. Yeah, absolutely. No, they're a bad team, man. But they've got some bats. They can connect. They can run into some home runs. So
yeah, if Soler or Merrifield or any of those guys connect.
Maikel Franco's been good.
He's been
Which,
decent. If Broom pinch hits, he's hitting a home run about 50% of the time.
of course, if Franco could play third base, we'd have had another win the other night. So,
oh, well, if he could play third base, he probably still would be on the Phillies. But yes.
Yeah, good point. Pittsburgh and Milwaukee.
I'm gonna blind over, assuming that Holland's on the mound.
9's your number, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. Burns has good stuff, but he walks a ton of guys. And Pittsburgh's offense has actually been decent over the last week or so. It's actually been better than it was originally. And I know Holland did pretty well against the Brewers earlier this season. Doesn't change the fact that I'll fade him every chance I can get, so I'll lean to the over. Brewers' offense have been terrible, but I'll lean to the over because I think that both pitchers have a chance of getting blown up.
Well, Holland's got his ERA down to 6.75, so
good for him.
That's something.
Yeah, good for him. I'll lean to the over.
Yeah, I think you're getting that game at 9.
That's a good deal at 9.
Yes, I think so too. I know the Brewers can't score. I know the Brewers struggle.
I'm hoping that seeing Derek Holland will help wake up some bats, but you never know. We'll see.
All right.
I thought it was a funny quote, though. They asked Craig Counsell what's wrong with the lineup. And he's like, I don't know. We just can't generate runs. We're figuring it out. And I'm thinking, like, maybe it's because your second best player left in the middle of the season and you let Grandal leave during the offseason. Maybe not having your second and third best batter from last year is hurting your lineup. Hot take. No offense to Eric Sogard, but maybe, losing Kane and I'm drawing a blank on his name. I just said it a second ago.
Yeah.
The switch hitting catcher.
Grandal.
Yeah, Grandal. And maybe losing Kane and Grandal was not good for your lineup. Maybe
they also lost Moustakas.
That's also correct. Yeah, you lose your second, third, and fourth best hitters. That's why your offense isn't any good.
Yeah, basically your 3, 4, 5 guys.
Now you got Yelich, who's been underachieving, and nobody else. So, yeah, pretty much. The team can't hit, but Holland is so bad. I'm hoping that it balances out.
You gonna play a little flyer there?
You got an extra inning draw as well. It's really not that bad.
You play a little flyer there on Holland with plus 188.
I will never take a flyer on Holland ever.
I can't get behind the Brewers at any of these prices. Although
I can't get behind the Brewers either, but I'm not taking a flyer with Pittsburgh with Holland on the mound. I can't do it.
You play over 9. What are you gonna play?
I said I'm taking over 9.
Okay, yeah, I think that's the play. I'm not banking on. If you take the over 9, I mean, you certainly wouldn't consider playing Milwaukee over 5.5, would you?
I think there's a chance Burns can get shelled. I think Burns has good stuff, but he walks so many guys. I expect a decent amount of base runners.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay. So
I think both.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you might as well take a flyer on Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I know. It's just I distrust Holland more than Burns, so I'm not going to bother.
Okay.
I think Holland should be in the league. So that's my thought on why I don't want to take Pittsburgh there. Okay. So I'm gonna pass on Holland, but I'll take the over 9.
All right. Well, that brings Pittsburgh into play in case they can blow up Burns there. So that's certainly a possibility. All right, I've got Cleveland at St. Louis for the other game.
I like Cleveland here at roughly minus 127. I know McKenzie's only had one start. He was really good against Detroit. I take that with a grain of salt because Detroit's Detroit. But McKenzie came in, pitched really well, and Ponce de Leon, after having an almost no-hitter in his first career start, has been pretty terrible ever since. So
kind of went down, kind of peaked at first time out, didn't he?
For the most part. So I'm going to lean to McKenzie here. I know that both teams aren't great offensively, but I do think the Indians have a significant pitching advantage here, so I'll lean to Cleveland.
You're getting a decent price on him too.
I think McKenzie's pretty good. I know that his sample size is small, but I trust him a lot more than Ponce de Leon.
He went 6 innings his first time out. That's impressive.
He was good. It was only around it.
6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 1 home run.
You give up 2 hits in 6 innings in your first start. That's a pretty good sign.
10 Ks, brother. 10 Ks.
He was good.
Yeah, that's.
And what's Ponce de Leon's ERA at?
Ponce de Leon, his ERA is currently at 5.40 with
that sounds about right. I thought it was around 5. So yeah,
whip worse than Derek Holland. How about that?
That's fun.
He's got a 1.54 whip.
I was thinking if I wanted to do Cleveland first 5 run line, but in reality, McKenzie's still very young. He could blow up. I'd rather take the full game because Cleveland's bullpen, I know, should be able to hold the fort.
They've had a very They've had a very quick hook with Ponce de Leon.
Oh, they should. He's not any good.
He's given up 2 earned his last 2 times out, but he's gone 3 in the third and 4 and 2/3. So
he's not good. So that makes sense to me.
Yeah, been victimized a little bit by the long ball. 3 home runs and 11 2/3. That's not good.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you like there? You like?
I'm waiting for
you take McKenzie at the short price?
Oh yeah, I'll take McKenzie at the short price. I just think McKenzie's so much of a better pitcher than Ponce de Leon.
Yeah, -127. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got the. What do we got here?
I see Rockies.
Oh, there we go. Rockies. Yeah, that's Rockies and Arizona. Oh, that's the matchup from yesterday.
Yes.
That is Kyle Freeland and Zach.
Well, it's not yesterday because yesterday was supposed to be Gallen, but now it's a different team.
I got Gallen listed.
No, but I'm saying that was against Arizona. This is against San Diego.
Oh, I do here. Did I go back up to Thursday? Oh, God dang it. Sorry.
San Diego played yesterday against Seattle. So
it's a Sensatella. It's Sensimia. It's Zach Davies and Antonio Sensatella there.
Yeah, I thought it was Freeland, so it could be. Freeland was supposed to pitch yesterday, but I don't know if they.
I got Freeland on one spot. Got Sensatella on another spot, and let's see here. The tiebreaker is MLB. MLB.com has Freeland listed.
I'm going to assume it's Freeland for the sake of it, but in reality, I'm actually going to lean to Colorado. I know that San Diego had a thrilling come-from-behind victory in the early game of the doubleheader yesterday. Then they gave up 6 runs in the first inning the game after. This team can't pitch. I'm not saying the Rockies can't pitch either, but the Rockies have actually won a couple in a row. I'm hoping that they're on an upswing potentially. And I think the Padres, even though they're fun, and I know that Tatis is a phenomenal player, and this team hits grand slams almost every day, I still don't trust the Padres. I think that they're just extremely volatile all the time. And I think the Rockies have some value with Freeland. I like Freeland a lot.
Is it time to go back to our old moneymaker, first 5 under at Colorado?
I'm not a big Zach Davies guy. I know that he's been okay in his career, and the Padres have had some high-scoring games lately. I'm going to pass on the first 5 under because I'm not a fan of Davies, but I like Freeland a lot more than I like Davies. So I'll lean to the Rockies, but I'm not thrilled. But I'll lean to Rockies because
I'm going to play the first 5 under 6. Zach Davies has been very good this season.
What do you think of fatigue, by the way? Do you think that there's an issue with San Diego because they played a doubleheader yesterday and now have to travel to Colorado? Or do you think that doesn't matter?
I want to see their bullpen usage.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they had a decent bullpen usage because they gave up at least like 6 runs in both games. So they gave up 6 runs in the second leg of the doubleheader yesterday. So that can't be good for the bullpen.
Yeah, I think it's certainly possible in this.
I'm just throwing it out there because I don't think playing 14 innings and then having to travel is exactly a great spot for San Diego here, where Colorado did not play.
No, so, of course, there's. The great thing about the travel this year is there's, the travel is so much less of a factor because you're going such short distances.
Correct. I'm just throwing it out there that I think that could potentially play a factor. So I'll lean to Colorado. I just think it's a bad spot for San Diego.
All right. So you and I are playing a little bit different there. I am going to play that first 5 under.
I'm just leaning Rockies.
Okay.
Do you think it's a bad spot for San Diego? Because I don't think it's a good spot. Like Colorado didn't play. San Diego had to play 14 innings, and San Diego had to travel to Colorado.
And now you got to go to altitude. Yeah, that's
not great. That's not a great.
Certainly has potential.
Yeah.
For a bullpen that was pretty fragile anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about position players, but I do look at bullpen usage there. All righty, moving on, taking on the Oakland and Houston here, and this is an interesting game because. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you can continue. I was going to say what my thoughts were. Sorry.
I was just going to mention the fact that Frankie Montas it sucked last time.
It's either going to be Montas or it's going to be Bassett. So I'm not sure who's pitching.
Yeah, this is so frustrating.
That's what I'm saying. Because you have so many pitchers who are backlogged who were supposed to pitch yesterday. They don't know when they're pitching.
Now it looks like the tiebreaker seems to be Bassett. It looks like it is going to be
either or, regardless of whether it was Montas or Bassett. I'd lean Oakland anyway. I know that Houston's been very good at home. McCullers, who I actually am a decent fan of, even though his numbers aren't that great. I liked him when he was younger and he had some injuries that kind of got in the way. But Oakland's a better team. There's a reason why they're in first place. They've been pretty good on the road. Houston's been good at home, but Oakland also has one of the best bullpens in the league. So I think at an underdog price as a first place team, I'll lean to Oakland.
And I've got it Yeah,
Not a huge underdog. It's roughly like plus 107 or something.
plus 102. You're getting
Okay,
on the
either or. That's not that bad. They're in first place for a reason. So
you think there's a little desperation in Houston? You think this is a bigger series than normal for these guys? They start to see the writing on the wall.
I think it would be if two teams from each division weren't automatically getting into the playoffs. If you look at where the standings right now in the AL West, both these teams are basically locks to get in the first place.
Oh yeah, they've locked themselves into the exact.
And I don't think it matters. I think it would matter normally if you wanted to avoid the wild card game, but that doesn't exist.
Yeah, everything's best of 3 for the.
That's what I'm saying. So who cares? Yeah. And just get in. There's no fans anyway, so it's not like it really matters where you're playing. So to answer your question, I think there's desperation. No, I think Houston knows right now after a couple early season struggles, now they're actually in a decent spot for a playoff spot. And Oakland already swept Houston earlier this season, so I think Oakland might have the advantage head to head. I think Bassett's better this season anyway, so I'll lean to Oakland.
Okay, all right. I do like Bassett better than Montas in that spot. Montas pitched that poorly last time out. San Francisco, Arizona, Tyler Anderson and Luke Weaver. This game will be on ESPN Plus, so get excited about that.
I have no idea if they're even playing, so fun stuff. I'm assuming they will be.
Yeah,
I know Arizona did not play yesterday. Giants ended up playing twice yesterday, so I guess that their boycott or whatever you want to call it lasted for only the Wednesday game. So I guess they will be playing, but just keep that in mind.
Now, I do have Zach Gallen going here for Arizona.
I see Weaver, so I see a lot of controversy with regard to who's pitching. I'm leaning Giants either way, believe it or not, because there's no way the Diamondbacks, who have lost roughly 7 or 8 straight, should be laying minus 160. That's insane.
Yeah, we went through this before.
I know we went through with the Rockies, but now I'm gonna have to go through with the Giants. Giants are on a decent winning streak. Giants have won a couple in a row.
Giants have won. They've lost 2 in a row. So.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the doubleheader. But before that, they won like 6 straight.
They've been playing some good ball.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot that they lost the doubleheader yesterday. But yeah, I'm going to lean to the Giants anyway because Arizona has been awful this season.
I want to know who the pitcher is there.
I agree, but at the end of the day, Arizona's bullpen's terrible. So even if Gallen pitches well, if they can get him out after 6, that bullpen could implode. I'm still going to lean to the Giants because Arizona should not be anywhere near. Arizona maximum should be around minus 120. Well, at any start right now.
And then who do you have for?
I see Anderson on the mound.
Okay, it is Tyler Anderson. Okay, so.
Plus, if there is a chance that Weaver's pitching instead of Gallen, then you're fading Luke Weaver at roughly plus 150.
Yeah, that's a good position to have.
Yeah. So just throwing it out there.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to wait and see who the actual pitchers are going to be there.
Yep.
It makes all the difference in the world for me. Last game on the board is my Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels, Nick Margevich against Andrew Heaney for.
I'm going back to the Mariners, man. This team's been they've been playing a lot better than they have over the course of the entire season, at least lately. This team can score, and I respect the fact that they can actually put up runs, especially with a lineup on paper that looks absolutely terrible. They actually can score runs.
You know, are we really getting this at 9?
I see it at 9. I was looking at the over. I know Margevich has actually looked pretty good. Heaney's been okay, but should the Angels ever be roughly minus 190? The answer is probably not. So I'll lean to the Mariners.
I'm just going to play the over here, Scott.
I like both. I like both.
And I'm minus 105 to play the over. The under is juiced in this game. I
like the Mariners over, and I like the Mariners money line.
Yeah, I'll take the Mariners plus 175 too. That's
yeah.
Margevich is actually
he's been good. He's been good.
And Andrew Heaney has not been good. And the Angels are just 1-5 in his starts.
Angels are terrible. The idea that they're laying 190 is even dumber than the Diamondbacks laying 170.
Not at all. Yeah, no, that is probably. We waited for the very end. I hope you people stuck with us because this is
for probably value. That might be the best play on the board.
I think it's the best play on the board. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a game that I think the Mariners win. What, 60% of it? I mean, 40% of the time, 45% of the time.
I think it's at least half.
You think it's half? You think it's 50-50?
Based on the pitching matchups, I have to assume as much. Margevich, you make an argument, has been Seattle's best pitcher.
But you've got a 75% overlay there. Okay.
At least in my opinion, I think they should be favored. Then again, you know my thoughts on Joe Madden and the Angels this year. I think that they're an awful baseball team.
They are.
I think Trout might hit a home run. So you kind of hope they intentionally walk him every time he's up. But, Seattle's offense has been cooking the last couple of days.
Well, you know what it is? It's recency bias. Margevich got blown up his last time out.
Well, it's recency bias and the fact that Seattle also played a doubleheader yesterday and now had to travel to Los Angeles. But they were already in San Diego, so it wasn't like they had to travel that far.
Yeah, no, that's
what I'm saying. So that kind of helps the travel process.
Yeah, I like Seattle there. I like Seattle, and I like the over. If you've got the capability to play those together, that's a nice that's a little
fun 2-pick sprinkle parlay you got going for you.
Yeah, a lot of books won't let you play the same games with the same teams. But,
if you can, though,
if you can,
potentially.
Yeah, that's a solid play right there.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Well, that's our MLB card for the day. It's exciting to be talking about sports again. Got to be honest. So
sounds good.
Good to have these games back. We apologize for the uncertainty and the difference in pitching. Scott and I are looking
blame the managers. This is not our fault. We're the messengers.
Yeah, Scott and I are looking at 3 or 4 or 5 different sites here as we cap these
The point is nobody knows because you have managers who have to suddenly decide, well, this guy's supposed to pitch 2 days ago. This guy's supposed to pitch today. Do I go with it? There's a lot of random stuff going on. So
it's chaos. It is absolute chaos. The only thing you can count on today, Scott, Randy Dobnik. That
sounds about right.
I'm going to the foo, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really doing it. All right.
Didn't blame it.
All right, guys. Thanks very much for joining us. No NBA today. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow with NBA games. I think they are going to resume. It looks like that's almost a done deal.
Well, I don't know. Are we doing the night show today or no?
Oh, that's right. Yes. So we'll be back tonight with the show. So, yes, be ready.
Hopefully the lines are up by then, so we'll figure it out.
Should be fun because, we may not have lines. So we'll see what happens. We could just be doing an MLB show and you guys are going to be on your own for the NBA.
I don't know.
We'll do an NBA show tomorrow morning maybe then.
Potentially. Hopefully the lines are up. We don't have to worry about it.
Whee!
Yeah.
Just give me some football every Sunday. That's all I want. Just
give me some FCS football every Saturday. We'll call it a good time.
All right, guys. For Scott, for all those over here at Winners and Winers, of course, don't forget to stop by and check out winnersandwiners.com. Yeah, because if you want something great, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. A lot of the Winners and Winers articles are written a day early, so you think there's chaos on this show. There could be some pictures that are not quite correct on the articles. I'm just saying. So
I think mine was one of them. I had Mazza pitching for the Red Sox. I'm not sure if he's even pitching or not.
There you go. So
I still don't even know if he's pitching or not.
Generally speaking, stop by and check out Winners and Winers. It's a great source of information for every game on the board every day, with the exception of possibly today's games, because it is, as you've seen,
it's such a crapshoot with regards to pitchers.
It is utter chaos. Everybody, you have a couple things that are sure because the teams were off yesterday, like the Royals were off, so their pitching matchups are set. But it's utter chaos. You've got doubleheaders. It's craziness. It's fun. But from a betting perspective, and a planning ahead future,
it's an absolute chaos. It's
not our friend. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. So appreciate you guys stopping by. Hang in there. Go to the next video. We're going to be talking about a little UFC, a sport where the lines were up there the whole time. So Scott and I will be talking UFC. And if you want to see me stumble through a bunch of Eastern European names, that's the place to be. All right. You guys take care. For today in sports betting, we appreciate you watching. And, hey, we'll fire it up and we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.